Hello guys, I am so glad that you have decided to tune in today because today's video is one of the most requested topics ever. It is about procrastination. So yes, we all struggle with procrastination. No one I know of who has not had this problem. Let's get right into the video where I tell you how to beat procrastination, how to have fun working and studying, and also at the very end of the video, I'm going to be telling you about a really cool surprise that I have been working on for the past couple days, and I'm so excited to share it with you. A little heads up, it's going to be a free workshop, and in this video I'm going to tell you how to register for it, how to take part at this really cool event, and I can't wait to tell you about it. But first, roll the intro. So what is procrastination? Procrastination is when you avoid doing a task or when you are putting a task off to do something else first. Not gonna lie, I have struggled a lot with procrastination and sometimes I still procrastinate. And I have the feeling that procrastination comes from a negative feeling that is somehow linked to the task that you should or that you want to be doing. These kind of negative feelings are, for example, stress, pressure, fear, or if you know that the task is going to be difficult and you don't want to put yourself through this difficult process. These are all the kind of emotions or feelings that lead to procrastination in my experience. What can we do about it? How can we stop this from happening? The first thing that I want to share with you is an idea that was brought to us from Mel Robbins. Maybe you know her. She has developed this 5-second rule. What she does is that she counts backward from 5 to 0 to interrupt a certain pattern of thinking and do the tasks that she actually wants to be doing. This 5-second rule is something that she has brought to us in order to create new habits and to break the bad impulses that we have. So for example, your alarm clock rings in the morning and you have this tiny little moment where you think, I could also just sleep longer. This is the triggered impulse or the spark of the bad habit. To interrupt this spark, what Mel Robbins does is she counts from 5 backwards, which is kind of distracting her brain from this bad thought, this bad impulse, this bad spark, and creates room for her to actually go through with what she wants to do and create her new great habit. For example, if you would be walking to your desk wanting to start studying and you have this feeling or this little thought for this 1 second, like, oh, I could quickly go through Instagram first, then this is the moment where counting backward can interrupt this spark thought. Which means that if you would then tell yourself like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and now I go and study, you would be able to break the starting point of the procrastination habit. The next thing that I believe can help a lot for procrastination is try to change your mindset about feelings and the thought about the task itself. For example, if you are studying and you are telling yourself, I have to study, this is going to be painful and this is going to be stressful and I'm going to be really pressured because I have to remember all this information for my upcoming exam. This is the moment where I think that a mindset shift can help you. First of all, no one forces you to study or to work. Studying or working is something that you can do for yourself to reach your goals, to earn money, to get a degree, to get more knowledge, climb the professional ladder, or to simply broaden your wisdom, broaden your horizons. Studying is an opportunity that you get for yourself, that you can use to nurture yourself and to nurture your interests. I think that curiosity is a great tool that helps to make work feel fun and studying feel fun. If you start studying and you are genuinely just thinking about what you're doing instead of thinking about how scary the exam would be, it is something that helps me a lot. Trick yourself into seeing your book or your study note or your work like if you would see it for the first time, and you would be really excited to know what is inside or to know what is written on the next page. I know that sometimes studying is hard. I also know that sometimes studying is not fun. It's just part of the game. You cannot always enjoy all the tasks that you need or want to do. But seeing the goal, seeing the end result that doing this task would bring you, seeing the reward once you have achieved your goal, or the rewarding feeling of how it will be to pass the exam or get your degree and have your dream job. Just this feeling can help you to go through the tasks that you don't necessarily want to do or that you don't enjoy doing, just to get this reward. You know, there's an intrinsic motivation that comes from within, and there's the extrinsic motivation that comes from outside. The extrinsic motivation is something that can seem really strong, but in fact the intrinsic motivation is the one that is going to be the most motivating and the most strong. Creating this intrinsic motivation for yourself, knowing why you are doing all of this, knowing what you put your efforts in, why you do that, why this is important to you, and how rewarding it is going to be to accomplish this thing that you have been working so hard for. This is going to be the most rewarding and the most strong motivation on the long run. The last thing that I want to touch on with you is the daily routine. By creating a great daily routine, you are going to go such a long way in beating procrastination. We tell ourselves, okay, I'm gonna start studying at 7, open end. And you know, what this does is, if you have an open-end work or study day, especially if you work from home, is that you know that if you procrastinate, you will be able to catch up later in the day because your work day is open-end. If you take the habit of setting clear working hours, clear studying hours, even if you're working from home, and in theory you would have an open-end day, it is going to help you to really know, okay, from 8 until 4 p.m. it is work time. I have a 1-hour break at noon, and there I can watch some YouTube videos or distract myself. And once the clock hits 4 p.m, I'm done with my work day, and I can then relax and do all the things that I want to do. I can clean, I can tidy up, I can watch YouTube videos, and I will be just free, from work. Setting an end time of your day is going to help you to limit the work time and give yourself some room for all the other things that you want to do in one day. Another thing that is really important to give yourself this daily work routine is to write a list of all the things that you want to do, or some kind of study plan or some kind of work plan. Have a clear task or a clear goal that is doable and achievable during the day is a great thing for productivity and also to beat procrastination. Sometimes though, in some cases, it is profitable to not have a task list. In case you want to do some exploration or just discover a new topic or just enjoy or read for fun. Or for example, when you're studying a new subject and you don't know yet how much time you need for every chapter or how much time you need to learn a certain information, then in that case, a kind of flow and unplanned work or study day is also a good thing. Like with everything, there are always exceptions to any rule, and some things might work for you and some might not. So this is your task to find out what works for you, what inspires you, what things you can work with, and also adapt the things to your needs and to what works for you. Now, let's talk about the surprise. So this surprise is a workshop that is going to be totally for free. I really wanted to create this workshop for you because this workshop is going to be about the topic how to be productive without burning yourself out. I believe that this topic is an extremely important one, because I feel like sometimes productivity is associated with stress, with being tired, with overwork, and with overwhelm as well. I believe that productivity and mental well-being go hand in hand together, and therefore I want to create a workshop for you where I can share with you how exactly to create healthy and awesome study habits or work habits that will boost your productivity and also make it more fun and more enjoyable. How you can sign in for this workshop, go in the description, you will find a link there. If you click on the link, you can sign up for the workshop. Signing up for this workshop will give you free access to this online meeting and online workshop where we can talk about this topic together and where we can be interactive and find the best way for you to implement these habits in your life, and where you can also ask your questions. It will also give you access to a PDF handout that is going to be summarizing all the workshop and all the key ideas so that you don't need to take notes during the event and you can be fully present and interact and chat with us. I'm so looking forward to see you on this workshop on next week. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, then give it a thumbs up or consider subscribing, and see you in the next one.